All right, birthday Howard, birthday Howard Shine, birthday Howard, birthday Howard Shine, California Howard Howard Shine, birthday Howard Kakadash, double honor to the elder apostle, great milk, the Woo Will, salutation, the Woo Will, and shalom to the salutations to the Akron put to the truth across the four corners of the earth, to the fear and power of Yahweh outside of the hope of elect, salutation to the Israelite foreigner that's scattered amongst the nations that believe in the name of Yahweh by Howard Shine. Shalom to the sisters and family tuning to this gospel, preached around the whole world. Peace and mercy to you, and who the world innerly called God, his name Yahweh, and who the world innerly called Jesus Christ, his name Yahweh Shai. Whether Hebrew Israelite that consists of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and those in line descendants go back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel due to the gathering amongst the nations. All right, Mahari called from the Great North Los Angeles camp of the Inland Empire region. And we'll talk about this in the group chat. So I just want to do a video on it. Especially I like to go into it about Revelation 12 and to like 11 and 13. All right. It could be like a little in-depth. It's basically the 10-part. It's still on the screen. All right. So like that's not the Revelation 11 and 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the power, which is Yahweh by shine of heaven, or glory to Yahweh of heaven. All right. Now, in the same hour, there was a great earthquake, like day 24. Let's talk about the missiles. All right. The scripture talking about when ITV missiles are gonna hit America. All right. First, we get the earthquake part. It's Isaiah 24:18, and it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that comes out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare, for the window from on high are open, and the foundation of the earth do shake. The foundation of the earth shake because the flee from the noise talking about the missile coming over here. Okay. And the earth's gonna shake. All right. Verse 19, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean as dawn. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall wheel to and fro like a drunkard, because the majority of the missile that can be shot off is going to be the majority of it that's landing here in America. Okay? Because mainly, when you talk about the lake of fire, that could be in America, all right? That could be a big landmass that could be bombarded by thermonuclear missiles, all right? It's the earth shall wheel to and fro like a drunkard. That's the earthquake. It said the earth shall shake in Revelation 11:13. It said it shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again, right? Because America never gonna rise up again, all right? Atlanta, America ain't gonna be no dwelling there as well either, all right? This just they shall pit. Yep, Isaiah 13. And Isaiah 13 and 19 in Babylon, we talk about America, the glory of kingdom, the beauty of the Chaldees, the excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, in Jude, it tells you those that live ungodly as Sodom and Gomorrah. Basically, Sodom and Gomorrah was the example. I might as well get it. I don't want to quote it. But let's just get it. So this Jude 1 and 7, even at Sodom and Gomorrah and the city about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, all right, versus the other God, and going after strange flesh, bestiality, and set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. So that was the example. So those that was to live as Sodom and Gomorrah are going to suffer the same fate. All right, so America is going to be destroyed as well, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. But this time by thermonuclear missile, ICBM. All right, back in Isaiah 13 and 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherd make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and the houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satire shall dance there through unclean animals, all right, the wild beasts. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragon in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. All right, the days of America is not going to be prolonged. So pretty soon, America is going to be destroyed. All right, now back to Isaiah 24. Did we finish that? Yeah, so back to Revelation 11 and 13. So, in the same hour was a great earthquake, and the 10th part, let me get Revelation 18. We'll go straight to the point. Revelation 18. And oh man, okay, here it is. It's that I'm gonna go straight to the point. I'm gonna jump down. Revelation 18 and 10, standing far off for the fear of her torment, saying, I laughed and laughed. That great city Babylon was America, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment comes. All right, talking about all the riches of the nation dead, and then back 15, not like it. 18, and crying when they saw. Up to like it 17, for 1 hour till great riches it comes to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ship and sailor, and as many as trade by thieves stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? It's America. All the other nations made so much riches off of America. So that's like the America is known as the consumerism, all right? American or consumers, okay? And they cast dust on their head and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, I laughed and laughed, that great city were made rich, all that had ship in the sea by reason of her costliness, for 1 hour is she made desolate, all right? America gonna be destroyed. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostle and prophet. All right, that also linked back to Revelation 11 and 13. Okay, for Yahweh hath avenged you on her, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, which is talking about the missile. Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon, which America, be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. All right, America to be clean, wipe off the map. Okay, go back in the 11 and 13. And in the same hour, yeah, in the same hour was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. All right. 10 part of the city talking about America, all right? It's the FEMA region broken down into 10 part, okay? Talk about America, all right? And 10 also represent completion, okay? And then also further prove America being, when you look up DIP code, all right? The term DIP is an acronym from Zone Improvement Plan, all right? So that's what DIP code stands for. And guess what? It's broken down into 10 parts as well, all right? From the East Coast, Northeast is 000, all right? Basically like the first three numbers. Then it goes to 100, then to 200, to 300, 400, so and out here on the West Coast. All right, like LA is 900. All right, out here in SoCal, it's either 919, San Diego, 925, Inland Empire, 923, Inland Empire, 922, the desert, Palm Desert, all that. All right, Guam is 999. Okay, so the, up to Oregon, Alaska is all 900. So 10 part of the city. So that also further prove the 10 part of the city is talking about America. All right. It's saying the same hour was a great earthquake, and the 10 part of the city fell, and the earthquake was slain of men 7,000. All right, because talking about a complete number of men. All right, that gonna die here in America. Okay, Revelation 19 and and the remnant were affrighted with the elect and gave glory to the power of heaven. All right, yeah, because we're gonna be it said how we're gonna be scarcely saved. That's good. God's word. Yeah, 1 Peter 4. It said, Revelation 4, like in 1 Peter 4 and 17, for the time it come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and it first began at us, what shall the end of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh, right? The good news. Because we know judgment can start, those that know the truth. But what more than those that don't obey the gospel? Verse 18, if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? All right. So that's the point. The righteous scarcely could be saved, man. All right. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh commit the keeping of their souls to him and well doing as unto a faithful creator. So we have to stay faithful to the very end. All right. So it could be seriously be saved. Okay. So let's see with 9:27 closing out. Let's get back to work for my little break. That's pretty much that. That's pretty much it. I wanted to go into that Revelation 11 to 13, and also furthermore proving that the 10th part of the video talking about America. So with that, shalom. And Lord willing was edifying to the fear and power of Yahweh Shai, by the Holy Spirit, and with that, shalom.